right, day 2, got to button this thing up as much as I can until exhaust stuff shows up, which unfortunately does not look like it's going to come in time. Still no idea what's going on with those tracking numbers. They don't make sense. They're going in the wrong direction before they come the right direction. Who knows, right? So either way, hopefully Canada's good enough and they hang on another week until I can get up there again with this thing, because I'm going somewhere to find snow to ride this thing once it's together. Even if it's a 5-mile loop somewhere 4 hours away, we're going to make something happen. So let's get this thing buttoned up, and then I got to bring the boost in and check that thing over and get that ready for this weekend. Let's get into it. Got the majority of everything buttoned back up. All that's really left is kind of the clutching and exhaust stuff, which I don't have, unfortunately. So we're just kind of waiting. I'm gonna get the clutching stuff buttoned up, add some weight to the flyweights, and give everything a cleaning and a look over, throw the clutches back on, and then kind of just wait until stuff shows up. I didn't cover a whole lot of putting the console and seat and oil tank and stuff back in. I didn't really think it was necessary to go ahead and, do a bunch of time lapse of that stuff again and make this longer than it really needs to be. So that's all back together. Where's your ear protection? Yeah, that's right. You hardly even heard me ask you that.
I heard you this time.
Knothead. Big developments on 862 swappage and exhaust stuff. So none of the 9R parts, Y-pipe, pipe, stock 850 valves, none of that stuff is showing up in time to get up to Canada this weekend. Unfortunately, right? I started thinking, I was like, who's got what nearby that I might be able to use to get this thing done and ready? And I was like, oh, I know. Justin put twin pipes on his 850. Hit him up. Hey, do you mind if I borrow or rent your stock 850 Y-pipe and pipe? And he's like, yep, no problem. I got it. Come get it. No big deal, right? A+ there. Awesome. Then I'm like, what am I going to do about valves? I need stock 850 valves. I got an 850 boost right here. So call up Tyler. Hey, this thing's in for all kinds of service and clean the valves and check compression and all that stuff anyway. Do you mind if I rent or borrow your exhaust valves? Sure, no problem. Do what you got to do. So 2 great friends helping me out, getting this thing on the snow so we can get content and footage and information and everything we need to do with this whole package and whole purpose of this. These guys are awesome helping me out making this happen. So thank you guys. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Whatever I can do to repay you, you guys let me know. So I got to go ahead, yank the valves out of Tyler's boost. Then I got to go meet up with Justin later, pick up the pipe, the Y-pipe, bolt all that in, calibrate the exhaust valves tomorrow or maybe tonight, depending on timing, don't know. And then fire this thing up, make sure we're all good to go. Heat cycles, cycle the oil pump, pre-mix a little bit, all that stuff. Make sure this is good to go, load them in the trailer, and go ride. Anga! All right, 5,400 miles, clocks its whole life. Let's see what these valves look like coming out of here. If I can even get the thing loose. Not too bad. There's the usual burnt carbon at the top that fights getting out, but the valves themselves are quite clean. The tops of the chambers had the usual carbon that builds up in there that you got to wiggle and fight past. But I mean, I don't know how well this is going to come out, but the valves themselves are really, really clean. Let go. Let go. Let go. There. I mean, you get some of those deposits from pulling them up out, but that's pretty sweet.
So I was thinking,
Did it hurt?
if you
Got him. All right, I put this up on Instagram on a reel here, but I got to give a shout out to Klotz. I've been running their oil for a while now, my personal stuff. Been a dealer for them for a little while now. Been trying to use their stuff as much as possible and get my customers to use it as well. I've always had people ask me like, why do you run it? Is it burn cleaner, whatever? Smells great, burns clean. I've had way better luck getting valves out and cleaning them with the Klotz than I have with other oils. So these ones here, I'm just beside myself. They have 5,400 miles on them from a VR1 boost, stock tune. I pulled these out, and when you pull them out, you have a bunch of carbon in the top of the chambers that these don't clean off as they're running, right? So once you work them past that, I've cleaned some of that excess carbon off. You get these chunks like this up in the top. Other than that, other than wiping that stuff off of these, they have not been brake cleaned. They have not been hit with any solvent. They haven't been brushed, wiped down. This is exactly how they came out of the machine. It's very, very impressive compared to what I see a lot of the time in terms of valves coming out with even half the miles or 1,000 miles. It's just crazy impressive. 5,400 miles. They've never been out and they look this clean. So shout out to Klotz. So these things really don't even need cleaning, but I'm just gonna go ahead and hit them with the oven cleaner. Give them a wipe down. And then wait for my alignment tool to show up and put them on in. And this is just quick clean after some regular easy off oven cleaner and a nylon bristle brush. Ready for the alignment tool and for some assembly. End of day 2. 650 is awaiting its exhaust parts, which are on the bench over there. I got the pipe, I got the exhaust valves out of Tyler's boost. Button that thing up in the morning, do some stuff, fire it up. Hopefully that's all good. Day 3, 650 needs the exhaust stuff done. So the valves, the pipe, the Y pipe, clutching I did. fire it with the map tune on to check the exhaust valve calibration, and then it should be pretty much it. Heat cycle it a bunch of times, make sure everything sounds good, looks good, no leaks, no nothing, and then I think we're good. So let's get into it. So the battery is still disconnected. Don't worry about that. I'm not gonna get a shocker, dude. Oh yeah. So there is a sequence to this. That squares those up, and then you torque 10 mils to 14 foot-pounds, I believe. Yep. 14 foot-pounds. Not much. I gotta roll the whole post ahead because the motor's so tall you can't swing the valves in. So. Wow, just barely. Oh, not quite. Let's go back that way. Yikes, dude. Absolutely just barely. Whew. Okay. Got it. All right, pretty sure I'm all good to put the pipe in and then the muffler. Probably fight with the springs, and then the muffler, as long as it clears down in here where I clearance the cross member, steering post is bolted back up, that's all good. The exhaust valves are in, all the way compressed, spin the engine over, they don't touch, so we're good to fire it up there and calibrate it and all that stuff. Keep on plugging away, I suppose. Pipe springs, and then we'll see what we got in terms of bumper rubbage and contact and whatnot, and go from there. So with the muffler off, it's really not that bad. You can just whoop right through, but a boost with the muffler on, yeah, right. Good luck. Okay. It all clears. Boy, is it close though. I mean, there's 1/8 to 3/16 in there, so she is good to go. All right, coolant is topped off to the first stage. It's as much as it'll take in right now. That's all I mean by that. It's got as much coolant as she will take currently. Add a little oil to the fuel, a little pre-mix job. I'm gonna go ahead and add that oil, clean up all the tools, do a little reset, and then we'll come back to this. think it's gonna fire it up or what?
Yeah.
I mean, fuel pump's got time, right? That's a good sign. Is he normal to you? I can't get over how smooth the bars are. They're not moving at all. Wild. It runs! We got a lot of great snow to be testing on here. Just did a second heat cycle on the 650 here, took it around the field real quick and just kind of gave it some half, 3/4 throttle, little pulls, really short, really brief, just to get temps up pretty quick. Letting it cool back off now. It needs a little bit more coolant yet again, which is going to be the cycle, right? A couple heat cycles in here, get all the coolant work through it. Feels good in the field. It's super, super smooth at idle and doesn't shake the bars and stuff. You know, I didn't get after it too much out there, just playing it safe. So we are on track to get out of here tomorrow morning, bright and early, head up to Canada.
What the f? Oh my god!